Let's talk about sugar. Bit of juice. OJ. Sugar, man. Sugar gets a bad rap. In sports, we sell sugar. This is Scratch Labs. Tastes really, really nice. And it's vegan. And it's not sponsored. And it's about 20, 30, 40 bucks a kilo, depending on where you buy it. But it's just sugar. First ingredient, cane sugar. So they're making bank on that. It does taste good. I love it. I love to mix it with stuff. Cut with extra sugar, make it last longer. There was a video yesterday by a pro mountain biker girl, lady, woman, 30-year-old, Emily Barry. And she's talking about, keto, low carb, stuff like that. It's like, man, even the pros. She's sponsored by a company called Goo. Pretty correct if I'm wrong. Goo is just refined sugar. The amount of profit they make out of gels costs $2, $3, $5 for a gel here in Australia. This is a little Roxy cat. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's hilarious what they sell cyclists and stuff. Even the pet industry. I mean, look how much vets cost. It's crazy. It's a full gank. It's a full scam. Anyway, let's talk about sugar. So I'm in my coaching group here. People asking me about questions about sugar. Sort of Roxy cat, rambunctious. Sugar one. All right, let's get at the first one. So this is going to debunk all the sugar. Sugar causes fatty liver. Sugar causes fatty. How? Where's my fatty liver? I'm so lean. You can almost see my liver pumping through my freaking skin, man. I should have a liver like fucking that, like a football. Where is my fatty liver? Why did every single one of my blood tests since 2009 I've been putting up on YouTube? Why every single one perfect when it comes to liver enzymes, etc. ALT, AST, all that stuff. How do all the fruitarians, all the high carb vegans, all the professional cyclists and runners and swimmers, the sedentary fruitarians, those people exercise, the Olympic level cyclists, okay. You can't exercise toxic stuff for your liver, alright? If you ingest poison, if sugar's poison and gives you fatty liver disease and kills your liver, it doesn't matter how much exercise you do or how many flies buzz around your camera. It doesn't matter. Your liver, if you take poison that's liver toxic, it doesn't matter if you're fit or not, your liver's going to be getting cooked, right? So why is there no fat fruitarians? Why, if you got an obese person, every single time they would become sucked in and lean, like as me, or as lean as a Kenyan, on a fruitarian diet, or a raw till 4 vegan, or a high carb, low fat vegan, with sugar in your oatmeal? Why is that? So anyway, we're talking weight loss, aren't we? Let's talk about this fatty liver. Where's the fatty livers? Where's the vegans making videos? Oh, Durianrider's diet gave me fatty liver disease. Never, ever fucking happen. Never gonna happen. Unless the person's chugging vodka bottles and alcohol. Alcohol's a refined sugar, yes, but alcohol is a poison as well. It's a protoplasmic poison, meaning it kills things. Alcohol kills bacteria, it kills living cells. So even though it's a refined sugar, it's actually a poison. That's why if you drink too much alcohol, you can die. Your kidneys can shut down. You could guzzle sugar, your kidneys aren't going to do nothing. Oh, great, we've got something to process with the liver glycogen, muscle glycogen. Fantastic, thanks for coming. But too much alcohol, see you later. Alcohol will cause fatty liver because it's toxic. It's flammable. If you turn this into alcohol, ethanol, it'll light up. You put a flame to this, it ain't going to fucking flame up. So if you're drinking flammable liquid, yeah, fatty liver. I don't have a lighter on me, but I wish I could. This ain't gonna light up. Sugar causes fatty liver disease. How? Impossible. Sugar is ripped of nutrients, so it takes nutrients out of your body. Okay, well, if that was true, then I would be massively nutrient deficient. How could I be a pretty decent level athlete naturally? Yeah, I'm not Olympic level, way off Olympic level, way off national level, but for my age 41, most time I go to a running race, I either win it or finish top 5, or if there's some elites, maybe top 10. Or if there's really elite elites, maybe top 20. City to Bay is the biggest running race in South Australia. Thousands of people turn up. And I think I cracked the top 20 a few times there. at my age with fuck all training. So if I was nutrient deficient from eating so much sugar, I couldn't train, I couldn't have fitness. My health would be going down, right? You can't be fit and unhealthy. You'll get a fever, you'll get run down, your adrenal glands will just pop, your hormones will drop, you'll be fucked, right? Fit people are healthier. Yeah, some fit people die from heart attack from doing too much stimulants and drugs and genetics and stuff like that. But fitness is part of health. You can't be healthy if you're not fit. Sure, you can take a lot of drugs and, that's not my definition of fitness. So that's the deal. That's the deal, all right? You have to have, and who the fuck's just eating sugar? I eat fruit, I eat rice, I eat beans, I eat greens, I eat plants, man, and I add sugar to that. Adding sugar to your nutrition, bam, it's what Mother Nature intended. In nature, we would have all these sweet, super, super sweet fruits. Super, super sweet fruits, it wouldn't be an issue at all. The fruit would be so sweet, you wouldn't want to add sugar to it. Because you'd be like, what's the point? It's so sweet as it is, Simple as that. But often the fruit today is, picked green, just devoid of sugars. And sugar is probably the most important nutrient. Glucose and fructose together equals sucrose. Sucrose is a glucose molecule, a fructose molecule, boom. You consume that, the body splits it apart. Fructose is low GI, glucose a little bit higher, moderate GI, and your body just, instant energy for the cells and a bit more sustained, slow release for later on. It's like the ultimate. Sucrose is the ultimate. Sugar makes you lethargic. Number 3, sugar makes you lethargic. Well, how come I take the least stimulants out of any person that I know in running and cycling? In cycling, it's like coffee, 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 coffee. It's like insane how much coffee and caffeine people consume. Even I saw a Cookie Man video the other day. Someone showed me he's sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. He just slams in 2 Monster Energy Drinks into his bike, just go for a ride. That's about 400 milligrams of caffeine. That is a fuck ton of caffeine. That's a lot, man. Look how much caffeine people consume. 2 cups, 5 cups, 10 cups of coffee a day. I've never done that, ever. I'll be like, no. I don't need to take stims. And the very, very rare chance I do take them for a race or whatever, it's not that I need them, it's just like to get a little 0.5% performance out extra. If you need to take stims in your daily life, you're not having enough sugars, simple sugars, glucose and fructose, either from fruit or adding refined sugar in to your rice, etc. You need that carbohydrate, the simple sugars, just boom, instant. When you have rice, which is excellent, and corn, it's excellent, but your body has to break it down, takes a while to digest it. The maltose, which is a 2-molecule glucose chain, to break it down, it's not complex and all that stuff. When you cook it, obviously increase the simple sugar rate, the glycemic index, so it absorbs pretty good, but it's not the same as fruit. It's not the same as refined sugar. There's magic in fruit, there's magic in refined sugar, and there's magic in starches. Add all 3, refined sugar, fruit, starch, boom! Always lean, always energetic, always non-dependent on stimulants just to function. Simple as that. And look at the crew coming to Chiang Mai, Thailand. Our cycling group in Chiang Mai consumed the least caffeine ever, especially back in the day, back in the heydays. Look at all the people I've coached up when they were peaking with fitness, 0 to minimal caffeine intake. And some of them start chugging down more caffeine and their fitness goes down. Fitness always goes down when caffeine comes in as a social thing because you don't get the recovery. And if you don't recover properly, get enough sleep, you can't absorb the nutrients, and that will give you fatigue, and you won't get the return of interest you should have by dedicating yourself to training that much. So sugar makes you lethargic. Okay, why would people say that? They're going to have a meal of carbohydrate, they've done intermittent fasting, they haven't eaten for 18 hours, they have some food, the body's just like, store it, process it, put all the energy, put all the nerve energy into storing that sugars into muscle glycogen, feeding the cells, divert all your energy for nothing else matters. We've got fuel now, quick. It's a bit like if you've got an emergency situation at work, right? There's an emergency, there's a spill of acid on the floor and everything stops. Clean the fucking acid up now. No customers, stop. All right. So when you don't eat enough carbohydrate, your body's going, okay, this is an emergency. Body's designed to have food every 2, 3, 5 hours at least, carbohydrates. you know? We're designed to that. That's our blood sugar, our muscle glycogen, we're designed for that. And sure, we can go in ketosis, but that's when performance goes down, mood, depression, dopamine, serotonin, all that shit's going down. Depression's going up, sorry. And, so we need to eat regularly. And that's good. I like eating. You probably like eating too. Otherwise, I've never met anyone who doesn't like eating. I've met plenty of people who are guilty for eating food. Fair enough, but everyone likes eating. So we're having this regular intake of carbohydrate, and when you stop that, your body goes into emergency crisis. Increases the cortisols, the adrenaline, the corticosteroids, stuff like that, to fight or flight. Go, where's the food? Get a little bit of dopamine rise temporarily to and you notice that? This is the thing that every time I've ever had a girlfriend and she's eating something tasty and I'm like, I'm going to try that. I wait a few mouthfuls first, right? So you have your girlfriend's eating some pasta and you're like, fuck, this is good too. And yours is not ready yet and you want to grab it in and they're like, go psycho at you, alright? So what you do, guys, and maybe girls as well, is let them have a few mouthfuls, get that dopamine sort of chilled out, the serotonin a bit chilled out. And you can try some. Try that test, alright? Try that test. When someone's like, all hangry and shit, and then try and take some of their food. Do it, man. And then let them have a few mouthfuls. Yeah, no worries, you can have some, have half, that's all good. Yeah. When you're hungry, you're going to fight or, you're going to knuckle on, bro. It's like Bronx. It's the Bronx at the dinner table. After a few bites, it's like high-class Manhattan. Yeah, it was well-to-do, just very nice. Amazing, isn't it? The hormones change quickly like that. Oh, it's just a drug addiction. You got the sugar fix, now you're all relaxed. It's not a fucking drug addiction, man. It's like having an oxygen addiction. Oh, you had some fresh air, now you're all happy because you got high in oxygen. Gee, man, if you're thinking that sugar is a drug, sugar's a nutrient. Glucose and fructose are not fucking drugs, man. I can carry 5 kilos of fucking glucose powder strapped to my body, alright, through the TSA. And go, hey guys, I'm smuggling glucose, I just had to admit myself. They're gonna go, yeah, cool, buddy. We might just test it's not cocaine because you're a bit of a Fruit Loop. Or come over here, mate, what are you doing? You're just trying to smuggle glucose into the country? Glucose is not a drug, silly. What are you doing? Oh, I've got fructose powder, guys, coming through. Drug dealer coming through. Nicotine, drug. Caffeine, drug. Cocaine, drug. Ritalin, all these things, drugs. Sugar isn't a fucking drug, man. It's a fucking nutrient. Sugar isn't classified ever as a drug by the FDA, the pharmacy, your doctor. Fuck, what? But some quack on the internet selling a low-carb, paleo, primal fucking bacon and eggs and chicken gillet diet. Oh, sugar's a drug, guys. Don't eat that. Sugar's a drug. And the dumb people who believe that will fucking believe anything. That's like a massive filter. As soon as I hear that, I'm like, this person's bullshitting. And I'm just like, I'm out of here. But the gullibles are like, oh, yeah, sugar's a drug. Oh, yeah. So be careful what you listen to. Sugar's a fucking nutrient. Don't just trust me. Look it up. What is glucose? Show me where glucose is ever classified as a drug. Or fructose. Or sucrose is a drug. It's a fucking nutrient. End of story. It's contained in human mother's breast milk. It ain't a drug. Alright? It ain't a drug. It ain't a hormone. It's a nutrient, people. Sugar ain't a fucking drug. I get this comment every couple of days. I think there's a troll out there who just says it. Just to get me all triggered up. And it works. Sugar is a drug. Someone's going to be selling t-shirts now. Alright, next one. Sugar spikes your blood sugar and makes you dizzy, and afterwards when it crashes you feel tired. So yeah, sugar does spike your blood sugar. If you consume some sugar and it didn't give you a little raise in blood sugar, you should probably go to emergency ward because your body is shutting down with pancreatic failure. Something's going on, man. If your blood sugar doesn't go up a bit, if you don't feel like a bit of sense of relief when you have some sugar, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. Sugar's meant to spike your blood sugar. What we want to avoid is elevated blood sugar, aka diabetes. So your blood sugar is always going up and down every hour of the day. It's cruising around, and you can have a spike after a meal, goes down again, boom, down again. Fucking normal. But these morons out there say, oh, it's a spike, it's a fucking spike. It's a spike, mate. Fucking me, man. It's a spike. There's a toxic spike. It's a sugar spike. There's an insulin spike. Oh man, that just drives me nuts. Of course it's got a spike. Get a spike in your pants for once. Fuck. So it's like, the sugar that's going to go up and it's going to come back down again. It's an issue when the sugar keeps going up and up and up and up and up and stays up, you know, and you go to like a diabetic coma. Yeah, that's an issue. But that doesn't happen from sugar. That happens from, one, type 2 diabetes, where there's insufficient insulin being produced for the fat intake you're consuming. So once you drop your fat intake right down, your body will start to produce sufficient insulin for that ideal lifestyle, ideal diet, and the sugar can go into the cell because the fat's not coating the insulin receptor site, so the insulin can lock with the sugar into the cell. Blood sugar comes back down to, you know, normal post-meal levels. In type 1 diabetes, again, your body isn't producing enough insulin, and you'll find if you're type 1 diabetic, you will have massive benefits. Just watch the documentary, What the Health. Again, don't believe me? Read the medical textbooks. Yeah, read it, man. Just watch What the Health. Watch What the Health, man. There's a guy out there called Neil Bernard, talks about diabetes. And I've definitely seen so many people, you know, overcome type 2 diabetes for change their diets all the time. But it's big money initially. And this isn't even a scheme, you know. Google it up. There's a guy out there called Robbie Barbara. He's type 1 diabetic, and he has some interesting things to say. We did a bike ride a few years ago, me and Robbie, in LA, and he said he had the best insulin sensitivity ever. He said it was insane. So yeah. So this is a good thing about diabetics, is they're really sensitive to the blood sugar levels. So let's answer the question. Blood sugar causes a spike. A spike's going to happen. If a spike doesn't happen, something fucking wrong. Elevated blood sugar we don't want. Up in the 8s and the 10s and the 20s or whatever, or the 6s and 7s. And that's caused from excess dietary fat. Now the body has some sugar, the fat's coating insulin receptor site, the sugar can't go in the cell, so it just flows around the blood, going up and up and up, and that can cause excess insulin, which will cause excess inflammation in the body and cause fatigue. The first sign of inflammation is fatigue. All right, so when you want to cut that fat right back, the human body doesn't need much fat unless you're severely underweight or a baby. When you're an adult, you don't need much fat at all. You know, so as simple as that. The fat eats the fat you wear. The fat you eat is the fat that's going to coat insulin receptor sites and cause type 2 diabetes or hyperglycemia, and then eventually maybe hypoglycemia. All right, so carb up and keep the fat very, very low. Just do an experiment for a month. Cut the oil out, cut out the animals, cut out the nuts and seeds, test your blood sugars, and feel that insulin sensitivity going up. And be like, oh, this is how I'm meant to fucking feel. Yeah. So it's a good feeling, man. It's very clear. It's very concise. It feels good. So sugar makes you dizzy. If you're dizzy from sugar, you've got high blood sugar, you've got diabetes, man. You need to cut the fat intake right down, right out. All right? You have to do that. Google up What the Health. Watch the documentary, please. High blood sugar. These are all symptoms of elevated blood sugar. Inflammation, elevated blood sugar. Excess insulin, you know? Your body has to produce that because there's so much fat in your blood, the sugar can't go to the cell. So the body's like, okay, let's pump more insulin. And insulin's a massively anabolic hormone. So that's why people are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That sugar intake is going down and down and down. Go to any supermarket, any restaurant, it's sugar-free this, sugar-free that. People are consuming less sugar than ever before, but the waistlines are fucking expanding, man. Even in the last 2 or 3 years, the leggings, the yoga pants girls wear, they almost come up to their nipples. Because their muffin top has become like a full-on, like, you know, a bread top. Yeah, so a loaf. And so they've got to pull the pants even higher. All right? There's not many girls that can wear, you know, little low-waisted leggings now because people are just getting fatter and fatter with all their healthy fats intake. Your body needs a little bit of fat, but if you're fat, you've had too much fat. Simple as that. So yeah, sugar turns to fat when it's not burnt off by activity. Oh no. Another myth. I'm fucking G'd up today. Oh man, this one is fucking bullshit. All these things are bullshit, but they're common myths and confusions that people have. And I'm just gonna calm myself down, lower my blood pressure. Yes, that's very good. Sugar turns to fat. Okay, yeah, simple sugar turns to fat when it's not burnt by activity. Oh yeah. That's why Durianrider is so fat, and because I run a marathon every day and I do 200 Ks on top of that. Oh man, it's insane. I even saw I won't even mention, I don't want to start any dramas, but I see some vegans out there. Oh, you don't eat sugar, don't have a smoothie. Don't have a smoothie. Don't have a smoothie. Or don't have a juice. Because it makes you fat. Unless you're working out. Don't do the fruits or the smoothies or the sugars or the rice. Fuck, you know, the fruitarians say don't eat rice. Rice makes you fat. The riceitarians say don't eat fruit. Fruit makes you fat. The whole food, plant-based, boring as fuck. I'm a zombie. I can't eat anything. People say sugar makes you fat. Too much white rice makes you fat. Fruit blended makes you fat. Boring. Boring. You want to be one of these people who just like goes to a party? What can you eat? I can have carrots and I'm celery. Yeah. Oh, the celery tastes a bit sweet. Then you add sugar to this? Who's going to be inspired to go vegan because of that? If you're winning races, losing weight, looking hot, getting shit done, people are going to be fucking inspired, man. So if you care about putting a bigger message out there, put a sustainable message out there, be a lighthouse, be a vegan lighthouse shining so bright, people just can't deny your existence. Either they hate your fucking guts, like a lot of people do with mine, they're like, well, this motherfucker's got some points. And I'll try this at home. And I see it all the time, man. People are taking this information. And I see them at the cafes. I see them what they're buying in the supermarket. I see them on Strava. You know, I hear stories. People pay attention, man. When you get results, people pay attention. Not everyone's results are going to be applicable to everybody. It's a different lifestyle. But everybody can be fitter and healthier and slimmer and have a bit more glow, a bit more pep in your snap. Snap in your step and pep in your talk. You know, everyone can. Everyone can. So this is the deal, man. But simple sugar turns. How does simple sugar turn to fat when it's not burned by activity? Oh, because once you've got excess muscle glycogen, that gets stored as fat. Well, where is my fat? I'm still waiting for it. And I have obesity genes in my family. All right. Where is it? All those people I've ever coached over the years. Where is one single obese person that I've coached up? What happens is they go boom, 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 and they look like a little stick twig in a collared shirt making YouTube videos. You know, that's one of Durianrider's cult crew, girls, guys, whatever. You know, just how it is, man. And my personal philosophy is never, ever, ever run out of carbohydrate or never get dehydrated. If you do that, you can't perform in your daily life. Your mood drops. It's just going down, man. So carb the fuck up. If you wait till you're in ketosis, you've waited too long. Your performance is down, your mood's down, your ability to have a participation in your daily reality is dropped. Because now you're in crisis situation, but it's like, just get some food, get some car. Doesn't care about anything else. Something you're really tired, you're driving a car, you can crash, man. Get your fucking sleep, get your water, get your sugar. If you wait until you're under carb, I've got to get into ketosis to burn. That's just such a fucking bullshit myth, man. Go to all the forums and just type it in and watch all the overweight people saying, oh, yeah. These are belief systems. These are these things about sugar I've just read out. These are belief systems of people, A, who always struggle in their weight, B, maybe they're a little bit lean, but they just could blow out any month, or 3, they're morbidly obese, because they follow these unsustainable, unrealistic beliefs. They don't even know who the fuck perpetuated that. Or they say that sugar makes you fat. They say that you won't get enough protein if you're vegan. They say that you need to eat iron. You need to have some steak for your iron. Or you say if you ride a bike, your legs get really thick and bulky. Or you say if you run, you'll damage your knees. If you go to Australia, you get a drop on your back, won't you? Seriously, man. You gotta laugh, man. Others are gonna go crazy, like me. Sugar makes you fat. How? Excess dietary carbohydrate gets burned off via dietary thermogenesis. Extra heat is, I'm going to do my shirt here, strip off for your mum. You know? Or you just piss it out. You go out and piss out in the bushes, you're like, your urine smells a bit sweet. Body's like, I didn't need much sugar, just piss it out. Piss it out, it's all good. Back to, yeah. That's what happens. Excess, you piss it out, you burn off his heat, and then you go, no more sweet, no more rice, I can't do it. I'm going to gag. Try and drink 5 litres of fucking juice, soft drink or whatever. So try and drink 5 litres in one hit. You can't. It's like, you could do it for a bet, but you could maybe drink that, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I'm done. And if you're like really fucking hungry, you might be able to do 2. That's only 1,000 calories. You know, if you're just doing some ultra marathon shit or really getting it done. But in a sitting, you'd be like, I'm done. You do the lifestyle. You work. You know it. Try shit. Do shit before you comment on shit. Especially when it comes to nutrition, because you can I've done the keto, I've done the paleo diet, the primal diet, the paleo diet, the paleo, I've done all that stuff, man. I'm a diet extraordinaire experimenter. And that's why I can speak with such conviction, because I've done all this shit, man. I've probably done every diet there is, except for eating that fucking skanky, ranky, high meat shit. It's like, well, come on, man. I've got friends who've done that, and I'm like, okay, you guys, I'm glad you guys have done that, so I don't have to do that. Alright? So there is a limit I have to have. RIP Agnes van der Planets, who had died from a heart attack and fell off a roof. Fucking hell. You can't write this shit, man. You can't make it up. What's the saying? Sugar is unhealthy, period. I've not read one study about sugar to be healthy. So this one, point number 6, sugar is unhealthy. There's no studies out there that say sugar is healthy. I agree. But what happens when you're in hospital and you're really, really, really fucking sick and you've passed out, you're in a coma? And what do they give you when they roll up your sleeve, cut off your shirt, cannulate your arm, and put a drip in there? Is it a fat drip? Nah. Protein drip? Nah. Sugar drip? Fucking oath. They give you dextrose solution, which is glucose. They give you refined sugar, cannulated straight into your fucking arm. Mainline that shit. So the studies that say sugar's not healthy, it's very blah, 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 blah. You're not going to get backing. No one's going to back the sugar study except for the sugar industry. And sugar's like, if you want to be accepted in the nutrition world, diss sugar. Sugar's like the minority group. Unprotected minority group is sugar. You can tramp and trash and bash and gash and slash at sugar all you want. And people are like, yeah, you're right. Unless they're crazy like me, or like, people who are tuned up, like the Kenyan elite runners. People are like, yeah, sugar's good, bro, perform. If you want to perform well, then eat like the people who are performing well. Kenyan elite marathoners, all right? None of them have any weight issues. Kenyans can get fat. There's plenty of fat Kenyans in Australia. They come over here, great people, and then they see all this Western fatty food, like, oh, yeah. We used to eat chicken once a month, now I can eat it every day. We used to have steak, never, now I can have it every day. We used to have a little bit of milk in our tea or coffee, now I can have fucking Farmers Union iced coffee and knock that shit back. Oh my God, I got fat. Must be the corn. I'm not eating it anymore. So that's the reality, man. And Kenya is a great place to go to, man. Go to fucking Kenya. Go to Thailand. Come with me to these places. We'll take you out to rural areas. Skinny, people like that, lean, fit, vibrant, happy, just getting shit done in general. And then the Western shit comes in, effort goes to shit. So there's no studies that say sugar is healthy that I've ever read. There's plenty of things that say high carbohydrate diet. Rice is sugar. What's this phone saying? Rice is healthy, man. I'm gonna have to stop this and start this again. Wait a sec. All right, there we go. So the rice is good. Rice is fucking 90% calories from sugar. Glucose. What is rice? It's starch. What is starch? It's a glucose. What does it break down to? Starch. Glucose, man. So rice is sugar. So you read the China study. The China study is a high sugar diet. All right? When you're in hospital, deathly ill, they give you sugar drip. When you've passed out, you go to a marathon, you just like plonked on the ground. You didn't eat enough gels or carbs or sugar or fruit or jam sandwiches. You bonked, you ran into glycogen. You can shake it around. They're going to give you a drip of sugar. And it's going to, oh my God, what happened? Sarah, what happened, man? I've seen it happen, man. It happens. People faint, pass out. Diabetics get low blood sugar, give them a hypo. Glycemia attack. Chuck a jelly bean in their mouth with some lollies or fruit or sugar. Come alive again. All right? The sugar's bad for you, eh? Sugar's real bad for you. Saving lives every day. It's best, number 7, it's best to eat everything in its whole form. Oil and sugar is not natural and it's refined as fuck. That is true. That is true. But sugar is very, very easy to make. Oil, you need a factory or a press to make oil. Sugar, you can make sugar. Just get a stick of cane, crack it in half, twist it like that. The cane juice drips out. You can put it into a bowl, put that in the sun, and you'll have sugar in a few hours. The water evaporates off. You just left with mushy, keep that in the sun, it'll eventually be sugar crystals. You can make that shit in a couple of hours with just your bare freaking hands. Alright? Oil? You ain't making no oil with your bare hands unless you're pressing the button on the machine at the factory to press all that coconut, olive, corn, etc. Sugar though, you make that. Boom. So that is the real deal. You know? Yeah, sugar comes from the factory, it's like blah 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 blah. They can, but you can also make it at home with sugar cane. You know, have you ever had fresh sugar cane juice? Or getting a stick of cane, chew on that shit? It's good for your teeth, man. Chew it up. Get your jaw strong. You know, in Jamaica, go to Jamaica back in the day, man. People had great teeth, strong jaws, just chewing on freaking cane all day. So yeah. Dental hygiene is important for any diet. Floss. Only floss the teeth you want to keep. So yeah. It's best to eat everything that's whole form. I agree. But oil, keep that out. Best you can. Unless you're getting really lean, then you can add some in. If you have any sugar metabolic issues, oil, it's too much oil, it's too much fat. Put it aside for a month. Test your blood sugars. Watch everything get better. Watch the documentary, What the Health. Eat a diet rich in whole foods, for sure. I agree with this point. But don't exclude your refined sugars. Oh, I can't have fruit if it's in a smoothie because now it's refined and processed. True. But fucking eat it. It's fruit. It's good for you. I can't put sugar on my fruit. That's bad. Sugar is found in fruit. Fruit contains sucrose. Adding a bit extra sucrose to your fruit is good. You know, you're going to get all these nutrients from the fruit. Plus you'll get the glucose and the fructose your brain, sperm cells, ovaries, testes, everything freaking runs on. When does it make any sense to devoid your fucking body, deplete your body, or deter your body from having extra carbohydrates? Sufficient carbohydrates. I shouldn't say extra, I should say sufficient carbohydrates. Alright? When I say carb the fuck up, yes. Yes, sufficient amount of carbohydrates. You might need more than me. You might need less than me. Maybe you're just some rich kid just sits at home just like scrolling on Insta all day. You're burning 50 calories a day, you know? Maybe someone is creating massive content, you've got kids running around, you've got cats, you've got dogs, you've got neighbours, you've got stalkers, you've got, all sorts of stuff going on in your life, and you need more carbohydrate. Maybe you're 180 kilos, and every time you walk up to go to the bathroom, you burn 200 calories. Because you've just got so much mass, and you walk around, you'll need much more carbohydrates than I do. Because for me to walk to the outside to pee on the tree, 5 calories. Alright, so if you're heavier, you need more carbs. And what you find is your weight just goes boom, boom, boom. You boom, 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 boom. When you're walking down the fucking corridor, you'll be like, you walk like a cat eventually. Alright, you go from elephant to cat. Elephant steps to cat feet. High carb, low fat, vegan, fruit, sugar, rice, smash it in, elite Kenyan style, Walter Kempner rice diet. Look at all these motherfucking vegan doctors. McDougall, Bernard, Esselstein. Some are a little bit sugar phobic, but they're all high sugar diet eaters, aren't they? They all look like 60 or 70 or 80-year-old or 50-year-old meth addicts. They're so lean, They're all getting the calories from glucose, aren't they? 90% of the calories from glucose. Sugar. They're getting the calories from sugar, right? Oh, but it's rice, Harley. It's fucking sugar, man. It's sugar, alright? Yes, it's got some fiber and nutrients in it. No one's saying just eat sugar. You would die from vitamin C deficiency, scurvy. Or something eventually. No, you need fiber. You need vitamin C. You need the billion zillion nutrients that are found in plant foods. You need those things. But don't be scared of fucking sugar, man. Don't be scared of potatoes. Don't be scared of fruit. Don't be scared of juice. Don't be scared of sugar. Be a fucking adult. Calm the fuck up. These videos are fun, aren't they? One take. It's best, extra, my 8 was not a vegan. Oh, here we go. My grandpa was not a vegan, and he lived to 180 years of age. I think the oldest person in the world smokes a couple of cigarettes a day or something like that. Oldest, probably Colombian in the world, does a few lines a day. Does that make it healthy? Or has that person got such incredible genetics and an incredible lifestyle that a small little thing like that lets them perform in spite of that? All this goodness going on here, and they've got this little thing that people like, oh, look at that. It's like me winning the running race this morning. I won the running race. What if I dropped down and did 3 push-ups halfway through and then kept running and still win? People go, oh my God, like, the dude did 3 push-ups and won the race. Maybe if I need to do more push-ups during my running race, I might get faster, win. You know, I can say, hey guys, you got to do push-ups in the race. And some people will believe me. Go, yeah. And there'll be people doing push-ups in the mid-fucking race, thinking they're going to run faster in the race doing push-ups just because I did it. But those push-ups are performed in spite of those, not because of those. So if someone lives to 180 or 110 and they're not a vegan or they're not sober or they smoke cigarettes here and there, it's not because of the cigarettes or because of the little piece of meat they eat every day that cause them the long health. It would be massive lifestyle. Maybe they didn't have kids or are financially secure, or they lived in a little village where it's just community, it's safe, there's no dangers, no stress, the social opinions just like, yeah, whatever, not much judgment, or they just deal with self-judgment really well. They don't care about people's opinions that much. They're just like, yeah, cool, whatevs. Someone gets a diary every couple of days or every hour or 15 or whatever, you know? So it's these are great points this person's made, and what's her name? Sophie. So thank you, Sophie, for writing in. These are great points that Sophie's made. They're very, very common. I've heard them almost every single day. I log online since 2003. I've been banging out in forums and internet, high carb, vegan propaganda I've been pushing out there. You know, so these things come all the time. So it's easy for me to get in state and answer it because it's just like repetition. Repetition easy. It's like going for a run or going for a ride. It's just like autopilot. So the questions you'll get every day. If you want to be an influencer online with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or, you know, kids or mum, dad, people around you, then you've got to have that tolerance and go, you know what? People are going to trash the fuck out of me, but I don't give a fuck. Because people's opinions don't mean as much as me sharing the good gospel of nutrition, of vegan, of cycling, or just being, you know, into the environment, etc. That's more important. The planet doesn't give a fuck if, you know, you're offended by people's opinions. Get over it. I don't really, the older I get, the less I really give a fuck about people's opinions. I mean, look at the shit people write about on the internet. That's made me have a skin like thicker than these bricks. You know, at the start I was pretty thin skin, a bit like Glad wrap. I was, oh, that's not nice. Now it's like bricks, got this invisible brick shield around me. I'm like, hey, you said that? Well, I fucking heard that in 2004. Oh, you said that, did you? Oh, I heard that in 2016. Oh, that, I heard that in 2018. You're a year late, bro. You know, so don't worry about people's opinions, man. Understand that an objection is just a request for more information. People get concerned or they get scared or they see you even as a leader and they're like, oh my God, this is, oh wow. Like I can actually throw my shit at you. You don't collapse. You stay grounded. You stay like a rock. Wow, this is sort of fun or this is sort of weird. Like, wow, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just going to throw so much shit at you. I've never met a human like this. Are you really that genuine? Are you really that strong and thick-skinned? I'm going to keep throwing shit at you because this is like entertainment. And people might do that without even thinking why they're doing that. Or they might deliberately go, I want to get close to you. I want to see if you're the real deal. You know, you really believe this nutrition shit? What's going on there? Yeah. And if you're just collapsing and flaking, they're yeah, okay. It was just an illusion. So stand your ground, not by like, stand your ground by internally go, yep, this is the deal. This all makes fucking sense, man. Yeah, this all makes sense. This ain't some flat earth theory, urine drinking, space cadet, fasting, narcissistic Instagram, millennial bullshit. This is real fundamental science, nutrition. Every cell in the human body runs on glucose and or fructose. They're the two most important nutrients for human health. When your blood sugar is 0, you die. You are dead. Sugar isn't a drug. Sugar isn't a stimulant. It's a fucking nutrient. When your caffeine blood level is 0, you're sober, that's good. When your cocaine, Ritalin, fucking Adderall, green tea, Dr. Greger matcha, zillion cups a day, caffeine blood level is 0, that's a good thing. That's your homeostasis is in perfect order. As soon as you throw stimulants in, all this cascade of hormones and endorphins and shit's going on. Sugar, my friends out there, is a nutrient, alright? So when next time fucking someone says that, you just go, oh! You got to have the patience, alright? You got to have the patience, man. Have fun with it. Have fun with the trolls. Have fun with the people who are genuinely ignorant. And you'll find, what I generally find is the people who are financially the most successful tend to be the dumbest when it comes to nutrition. I know bankers and lawyers and barristers and doctors and surgeons doing crazy shit, making crazy amount of cash. And they're like, well, but isn't rice fattening though? I saw on TV, it's paleo diet. Well, healthy fats though, yeah? Brain made up of fats. You know? And I'm just like, you serious? And I'm like, what does the body run on? Yeah, fats. I was like, how the fuck are you a millionaire, man? How the fuck do you drive a Lamborghini or a Porsche GT4 fucking Zic Turbo and you don't know what the fucking human body, like how do you manage 300 people and you can't even manage your own nutrition? That just, I can't get it. That just baffles me. So that's what you'll find is the people with the most money, they're going to surgeon, getting surgery, they're doing all this work, they'll get a gastric bypass, all this stuff. And the basic premise of nutrition of carbohydrates fuel the body, every single cell. They're just like, what? Yeah, that's a common one. The smarter the person, the more rich, affluent they are, I generally find the dumber they are. And I don't mean that as an insult. That's just an observation I've had. And you will have, and you may already have had that. It's easy for me to educate an 8-year-old kid about carbohydrates and fat intake. Because it makes sense. Yes, I like sweet stuff. Sweet stuff's good. Yeah, a bit of sugars. Yeah, fruit. All kids love good fruit. You know, and they're like whacking it down. If it's quality, not the fucking shit you get from, this tastes like Vaseline with a fucking apple skin on it. Quality fruit where you're like, holy shit, is this an apple? Wow, it's like candy. Candy sweet shit. Kids love that. Adults will go, I'm probably should eat this apple. Like Homer fucking Simpson, man. There's so many Homer Simpsons around. Driving fucking Bugattis and Porsches and shit. And they're just like, man, they're not getting it. Even the vegans thing I see it. Even fucking Dr. McDougal's like, fruit can cause high triglycerides and make you a bit fat. Dr. McDougall says that. So what fucking hope do we have? Even these people who live on sugar, their rice and starch, potatoes, sugar, high glycemic sugar. Look at the glycemic index of like sweet potato. It's higher than table sugar. There's people eating a high sugar diet, that's fine, it's good. But then they're so dumb and smart and excellent at the same time, they contradict and flip themselves. Oh, but yeah, sugar's good, but not dates though. Not fruit juice. No. Oh. How? What? So it seems like there's no one out there who's really 100% congruent with what they teach. Not congruent, is that the word? You know, contradictory. You know, contradictory of what they teach. Congruence is a different one. Do you do what you say you do? You know, things like that. So, anyway, hopefully this video has been informative for you. It's a bit of a rant. I just had a bit of it's a good day today. I got up at like 4 this morning to podcast. Check out my podcast, Durianrider. Just type into Apple Podcasts or Anchor or just whatever your favorite podcast is. Android podcasts. Just type in Durianrider and I'm sure my podcast will come up. It's called Durianrider Raw Truth. Done a couple of podcasts on there. And if you have any comments or questions, leave down below. If you want more information, grab a copy of my ebooks. Constantly update them from Durianrider.com. Alright, if you do purchase those, they're about $35 US each. And whenever I update it, you get a free update link. Alright? Especially in the last year I started up doing that. That's why it costs a little bit more. But it's still incredible fucking value. I mean, you want to build a YouTube career, or lose weight, get all the shit done. $35 is like, I mean, what's $35 get you? $35 will get you 1.5 kilos of scratch sugar. This shit won't earn you hundreds of thousands of dollars. It won't change your relationships. It won't help you transform your life. But for $35, you get a kilo and a half. So I'm all about giving insane value. All right, insane value. And making enough money so I can get my rice and my sugar and my bananas and my dates. Dates ain't cheap. Feed me. So that's the deal. Yeah, this is we live in a great time. I'm forever grateful that I have the internet to be able to share my story and share my truth and share my reality out there with people. It's every day I get stopped on the street. Every day. Someone yells from a car, someone writes me like every hour, you know, and it's just like, it's overwhelming, overwhelming. So I appreciate that. And I don't get back to most people because it's just too many physically, but I'm going to try and do better at responding to people's comments. So if you leave a comment down below, I'm trying to get better at responding on YouTube and Instagram. So there you go. If you want anything answered, post it down below. If you want more information, the one-on-one coaching, join the coaching group. Incredibly affordable, incredibly accessible for anyone on any budget, except for maybe the half of the world's population living less than $2 a day. And isn't it interesting, those people who live on less than $2 a day, who aren't starving, but all they can afford is rice, a little bit of fruit, maybe some dal, and sugar, those people are always lean. Think about that. They're not starving, but they're financially forced to live just on fruit, bit of ripe bananas, rice and sugar. Bananas, rice and sugar are the cheapest foods that can fill you up. They're the cheapest foods on the planet. Oil's coming in there as well a bit, but when you're really fucking broke, you can't really afford the oil. You're cutting timber from the fucking forest to cook your rice or whatever, your bananas and stuff like that. These people are always very, very lean. And they're not starving. They've got to work 10 hours a day for their $2 a day. Those people are always lean. Think about that. The world's leanest cultures are the people who live on a high carbohydrate, low fat, mostly vegan diet. They're not vegan by any ethics or whatever. It's like they can't afford the meat. So they have it, it's Christmas time or a birthday or a little bit of fish broth or whatever, a bit of fish sauce in their rice. So think about that. That's just the perfect evidence there. The poorest people in the world who aren't starving are so lean. They've got really good skin typically,